Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome to the very first episode of Universe Mode here on WWE 2k23. It is the season premiere. We're getting it started off with a bang. The new WWE Champion Edge is here in St. Louis, Missouri. I hope you guys are ready for this. This is going to be an action-packed episode and we're only starting off with the best way possible. If you're excited for the rest of the series, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Universe Mode content, as well as if you're interested in buying some Rogue Energy. I have a referral link in the description of all my videos. You can use that and get 10% off your next purchase. But I'm super excited to get this one started. It has been a little bit in the making. But the Rated R Superstar is here. Let's turn it down to him to see what he's got to say following his huge win at Clash of the Castle. Man, I can't help but smile right now. When I had to retire 12 years ago, I never thought I would be here again. But here I am, your WWE Champion. At Clash of the Castle, I seized the ultimate opportunity when I beat 3 of the best that this brand has to offer. And while it was an incredible victory, I do know the reality. And that is I did not pin the former champion, Bobby Lashley. And he has every right to want a rematch, which is why I would like to invite him out right now to give him that opportunity. Well, Edge has called out the almighty Bobby Lashley, but wait a second. This is not the almighty. It's the A-lister, The Miz. What is he doing out here? The Miz interrupting this potential confrontation between the champ and the former WWE champion. Gotta assume that Bobby Lashley does want a rematch for that WWE championship, but The Miz never been one to really care about what other people have to say. I'm sure he's going to weasel his way into some sort of scenario. The Miz currently been feuding with Braun Breaker in recent weeks. Thought Braun took his spot at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view a couple of months ago, but The Miz instead does have a little history with Edge. So let's see what the A-lister has to say. Congratulations, Edge. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Yes, you pulled out an incredible victory and are the top guy here on Raw, but you can't go around just making matches. And that's why I took it upon myself to talk to management in the back, and they agreed with me that since this is the season premiere of Raw, you should wrestle tonight, and you'll be facing off against me. You really do have tiny balls, don't you? And I think you should be more worried about Braun Breaker, who seems like he wants to take your head off. But that's fine, Miz, because I have no problem cutting you in half with a spear again. Well, of course, The Miz finds a way into the main event. I'm not going to complain, though, because Edge versus The Miz is our main event of Monday Night Raw. Well, that's a great way to start the show. We have a pretty stacked card lined up. All 7 matches are pretty significant. We're going to start off, though, with Madcap Moss taking on Braun Breaker in one-on-one action. Braun, we talked about, has a feud going with The Miz. We'll have to see what he thinks of The Miz getting a main event spot. Tozawa and R-Truth are going to team up to face Los Lotharios, who actually have Santos Escobar in their corner tonight. It'll be interesting to see if Escobar takes a liking to the Lotharios. AJ Styles takes on Jinder Mahal. Shayna Baszler will take on Rhea Ripley in one-on-one action. The new tag champ, Shayna Baszler, does not have Ronda in her corner. Ronda's actually been suspended for 3 weeks due to striking an official at Clash of the Castle. So the former champs Ripley and Morgan with the numbers here tonight. We'll see the Dirty Dogs take on the Mysterios in tag action. Doudrop will take on the Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair. And then, of course, our main event, The Miz versus Edge. Braun Breaker picked up the win against Madcap Moss to begin. Then the Los Lotharios do get the victory. Santos Escobar already paying dividends. I'd love to see what that trio is able to do. AJ Styles beats Jinder Mahal. And then Rhea Ripley does pick up the win over one half of the tag champ Shayna Baszler. But now it's time for the Dirty Dogs versus the Mysterios. Before we got to this one, this is backstage, a little bit glitched. Yes, Finn Balor is not walking through the crowd, but he's approached Dominic Mysterio backstage, and it seems like Balor, leader of the Judgment Day, is taking a little bit of liking to Mysterio, but Dominic doesn't shake his hand. So we'll have to see what that confrontation was about. But it is now time for our next contest, our first featured match on the show. It is tag team action, starting off with the former Raw Tag Team Champions, one half of the Dirty Dogs. It is Dolph Ziggler making his way to the ring. Well, the Dirty Dogs are former tag champs here in Universe Mode. Not that long ago, they beat RK Bro back in June to win those Raw Tag Team titles. They didn't hold them for very long. It was a little over a 40-day reign. They lost it to Alexander and Shelton Benjamin, who then lost it last week to the Street Profits. So it's been a pretty decent year for Ziggler, former Raw Tag Team Champion, also former NXT Champion, so you can't write the show off now. This is a big opportunity for him to get back on track as he awaits the arrival of his tag team partner for tonight. It is the glorious one, Robert Roode, another former tag champ, kind of turning into a tag team specialist, to say the least. He's a multi-time tag champ here in the WWE. He's held the titles with a couple of different partners by now. Former United States champion as well. Robert Roode is somebody you cannot sleep on. He's obviously glorious. He will tell you all about it. And him and Dolph Ziggler have made a pretty decent team here in the recent times. Talked about them just having a Raw Tag Team Championship reign not very long ago, but I'd love to see them get back in the win column. Going on a little bit of a cold streak here since losing the gold, but it's a nice opportunity here tonight in the tag division to get yourself right back on track. And there it is. He is glorious, ain't he? Former NXT champion as well, Robert Roode. But they're taking on a very formidable tag team tonight. You can say they're the most formidable tag team in Raw's tag division because they're literally family. As here is making his way to the ring first, it is the son of the duo. It is Dominic Mysterio, who just a moment ago we did see was approached backstage by the leader of the Judgment Day. Dominic Mysterio did not shake the hand of Finn Balor, so that's a very interesting development. Maybe they have their eyes on the Mysterios. Maybe they have their eyes on just Dominic Mysterio. Very interesting. We'll have to see how that unfolds in the coming weeks. But Dominic's got to focus on the task at hand tonight. A tag team matchup. A good opportunity for a former SmackDown Tag Team Champion to get back to their top form. It's been a while since the Mysterios have been tag champs, at least. And I know Dominic Mysterio would love to once again hold gold in WWE. But speaking of holding gold, here is his tag team partner, who is also the reigning United States champion, none other than the legendary Rey Mysterio. There he is with the United States Championship. What a career resurgence it's really been for Mysterio in recent months, winning the United States Championship on his 20th anniversary show of Monday Night Raw in Madison Square Garden. We were looking to commemorate Rey, and he ended up beating Austin Theory to win the gold. And he's been a pretty solid champion since. He's defended the title against the likes of The Miz. Recently wrapped up a feud against Santos Escobar a week ago, where he was able to retain that United States Championship. So Rey Mysterio has been in top form as a single superstar. So we'll have to see, though. Going back in the tag ranks for tonight, teaming up with his son Dominic. As we get ready for this encounter, as both teams have made it in the ring, let's get this one underway. Dolph Ziggler start for his team, and it will be Rey Mysterio starting off for his. And we are underway with our first feature match of the night. It's a pretty big show so far. Once again, I'm super excited to be getting this series finally underway for you guys. It's been a little bit in the making. We recently just had to get through a couple of PLEs on 2K22. But if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning out. I hope you enjoy your stay and all the content. So we got Universe Mode content. We have a My GM series that's been going on as well. I recommend you check that one out. But back to the action here. It's Ziggler. It's Mysterio. It's Mysterio with a couple of leg kicks. There's a one to the midsection. That backs Dolph against the corner now. And the United States Champion is going to have him in the head scissors and spin him down. Takes down the show off. As Rey Mysterio kind of touched on it a second ago. He's been a great United States champion so far. I don't think many people thought he'd win the United States Championship again, but he has done just that. But this is a tag team match. Him and Dominic have not teamed in a little bit, as there's great tag team offense there, right as I'm kind of talking about how it could be a little rusty in that regards, but beautiful tag team maneuver there. Is Dominic actually going to hang up Rude on the apron as well? So very interesting there by Dominic to take out both members of the Dirty Dogs. The ref has begun her count. Dom will take this opportunity to tag in Rey Mysterio, but Mysterio, United States Champion, back in the tag ranks. It's very hard to balance both sides, as there's a nice seated senton from the top rope, and the Mysterios are rolling early. But it's one thing to be a singles champion. That's a tough workload in its own right, but trying to balance that with some tag team duties, that's very, very tough task to do. But if anybody can do it, I guess it is the luchador himself, Rey Mysterio. As now Dolph Ziggler getting in the face of Dominic. He didn't like that he attacked his tag team partner, and Dolph Ziggler will return the favor. But Rey from behind trying to take advantage, sends Ziggler actually hit the official. That's a very touchy situation there. But now Rey throws him up against the ropes and will connect with a nice spinning DDT. Down goes Ziggler, but unfortunately for Ziggler, he goes down right in front of his tag team partner. So Robert Roode will check in for the first time in this match. And the Glorious One will send Rey Mysterio to the outside. Follows up with a nice right hand. Another one, but Rey Mysterio continues to hold on to that apron instead now on the third time. He crashes down to the floor. Now Ziggler, who's not even the legal competitor, is on the outside. Refs had a tough job already in this one. It's been very chippy between the two teams. But Robert Roode is taking the advantage here. It looks like Ziggler's not going to get more involved. You don't want to run the risk of a disqualification. As ref up to a count of 4 on the outside now, as both superstars continue to trade strikes, more kicks. And now Rey flips him over. A nice drop kick to the back of the neck. And the United States Champion is taking control. Ref up to a count of 6 here. Rey realizing that gets Roode back to his feet. As the Glorious One will send Rey back in. Look to hold control for the Dirty Dogs. But Rey quickly back to his feet. He's going to cut off Roode as he gets back in the ring. Has him by the head, and this time plants Robert Roode down in the center of the mat. Going for the cover here, first time of the matchup, but Ziggler quickly in there to run interference and make sure this one doesn't end up in a loss, but Dominic will send him crashing to the outside, so a good opportunity here for the Mysterios. They want to capitalize. Ziggler is down on the outside, Dominic currently taking advantage, and now Rey Mysterio thinking as well, up perched on the top rope. Meanwhile, on the outside, Mysterio continues to hammer away on Dolph. That's Dominic at least. And there's a nice head scissors takedown by Rey. Mysterio is very formidable tag team, former SmackDown tag team champions. That was a couple of years ago, though. But looking very good tonight. As Rey at the top looking for an avalanche bulldog, and he connects all the way from the top rope, driving Roode face first into the mat. And again, Rey up to the top rope. What's he got in mind here? He's got a frog splash down on Roode. This could be enough to win the match, but no, Ziggler in there to run interference, break it up for his team. As now Rey, though, not looking to waste any moments. He's back to the top rope again, goes for a second frog splash, but this time Roode is able to sidestep, and he's going to use that opportunity to tell you how glorious he is. Doesn't capitalize, though. There's a nice clothesline to the back of the neck. Robert Roode, very, very full of himself. He's a very confident superstar, to say the least. And he's had a pretty decent career here in the WWE. Multi-time tag champ, including this year. Former United States champion as well. And Robert Roode still trying to prove that him and Ziggler are still one of the top tag teams of Monday Night Raw. This is a very good tag match for both squads, because now the Street Profits are looking for their next contender, and the winner of this match could put themselves in a prime position for that next Raw Tag Team Championship opportunity. And Rey Mysterio, I know, would love to be a double champion. Ziggler, nice knee to the midsection there by the show off, as we talked about. Ziggler's had a pretty solid 2022, I have to say. Started off the year as NXT champion. Who saw that coming? He did lose the title back to Braun Breaker after a 40-day reign, and then later capture the Raw Tag Team Championships. Defeated RKO, put Randy Orton also on the shelf. We have not seen Randy Orton in quite some time. There's a big DDT that puts Ziggler on his top of his head. So Ziggler's had a very successful career, very successful 2022, but he wants more. And he's looking for it right now with the famouser to the back of the neck. Down goes Dominic. Could be a lot of trouble here, but he kicks out only at a count of 1. So Dominic stays alive, showing a lot of heart here. But Ziggler continues to try to capitalize. As there's a plants him at the DDT. And the Dirty Dogs have really taken control of this contest. Another one for good measure. And Ziggler showing the experience factor against the much younger Dominic Mysterio. Is going to use this opportunity to showboat a little bit. Show that why he is indeed the show off. But a tag is made now to his tag team partner, Robert Roode. And they're just wearing out the much younger Mysterio. As goes for a cover here, gets 1. He continues to kick out again. He was close to the ropes, though, so maybe a little bit of a rope break in force as well. But Roode and Ziggler just toying now with Dominic. Another right-hand shot drops the second generation, or the son of Rey Mysterio. Actually, a third-generation superstar. As now Ziggler just maybe getting a little frustrated, telling Dominic he just needs to quit. Wrenching away at the nose of Dominic, making it very hard to breathe here. And he desperately needs to make a tag. But instead, Ziggler lining him up, thinking super kick. Don't turn around, Dominic. And it connects right on the button. A super kick on the jaw. This to win it, gets 2. And no, Rey Mysterio gets there in just the nick of time. I thought Roode was going to cut him off for sure. But Rey gets there at 2 3/4 and keeps the match alive for his team. It's been a very good tag team contest to begin tonight's show, as Dominic now starting to fight back a little bit. Creates a little bit of separation here. Kick to the midsection. What's he got in mind here? Dominic trying to fire himself up, trying to make a comeback. Going to go up to the top rope and take him down with a nice arm drag. A little bit of ode to Eddie Guerrero. That's not going to be enough, though, to get the win, as Robert Roode is right there. But Rey Mysterio is going to look to take care of that problem. He sends Robert Roode all the way to the outside. And now in position. Dominic thinking 619, and he connects a 619 to Dolph Ziggler. Rey Mysterio continues to take care of Roode on the outside. This is not where you want to be. A frog splash. Dominic with the frog splash gets 1, gets 2, and that'll be enough. Though Mysterios are victorious in a very good back and forth tag team matchup. Beautiful tag team work here on both sides. That's why these are the 2 of the top teams in our tag division. And they showed it here tonight. But in the end, it was Dominic Mysterio picking up the win for his team thanks to the 619 and the frog splash. And Mysterios get to celebrate their victory here tonight, as they do just that. But wait a second, from behind, it's the Judgment Day. Finn Balor and Damian Priest in the ring. You could obviously tell Balor did not take too kindly to being turned down earlier. And the Judgment Day have assaulted the Mysterios. Well, big win for the Mysterios, but unfortunately was spoiled by the Judgment Day, as it seems like they've set their sights on the Masked Legend and his son. Well, now it's time to head over to Raw's Women's Division, where we'll see a non-title matchup, one-on-one, as making her way to the ring first. It is Doudrop, a very intimidating superstar who has a massive opportunity here tonight. She gets to take on the Raw Women's Champion, Doudrop. It's been a while since she's had a shot at the Raw title, but a win here tonight would put her right to the front of the line. Doudrop is not somebody you can take lightly. She has a mean streak to her. She's very impressive in between those ropes. And she's done battle with Bianca in the past. Belair has gotten the best of her on almost all the occasions, but it's a big opportunity here tonight. She just has to take down one of the most dominant champions we have in the WWE. She is the EST of the WWE. She is also the Raw Women's Champion. It is Bianca Belair, who has been everything that you would say she is. Every EST, Bianca Belair does check that box. She's been champion since WrestleMania. Everybody who's stepped to the plate, Bianca Belair has knocked them off. Becky Lynch is who she beat for that championship. And nobody has been able to take out Bianca, who just made another successful title defense at Clash at the Castle. She's looking for more competition here tonight as we're ready for our next contest. It'll be Doudrop versus Bianca Belair as we are ready to go. And our next match of the night is official as Belair quickly going to try to take it to Doudrop. Sprints across the ring, but a clothesline barely phased her. And now Doudrop with the champion up on her shoulders is going to march across the ring and hang her up with Snake Eyes in the corner. So Belair looking for a very fast start, unable to get it. Doudrop now taking the early advantage, and there's a back forearm. And how about that? Doudrop taking it to the champ. I was about to say a lot of accomplishments of Belair, but is Doudrop here in the early going? Show me that I need to talk about her some more. She's very happy with her work here, but from behind, Belair is back to her feet. There's a slap across the face. That'll wake you up. I don't know if I really would like to tick off Doudrop right now, but Belair doesn't seem to really care now. She's looking to get back in this contest, couple of boots in the corner. But Bianca Belair, been Raw Women's Champion since WrestleMania 38, where she did knock off Becky Lynch for that title. And everybody who stepped up to the plate has fallen to the EST. Successful title defense against the likes Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Carmella, Lacey Evans, and Bayley, just to name them. I mean, Bianca Belair has just been phenomenal as our Raw Women's Champion. As avoids the splash in the corner, gets the boot up. But now here's Doudrop continuing to fire back. It's been a very impressive start here for Doudrop. This time does connect with a splash in the corner as realizes what's at stake here. A nice opportunity to put yourself right at the front of the line of the Raw Women's Championship, as Belair did win and retain the championship at Clash of the Castle. She won by countout though, as Lacey Evans decided to bail out of the ring and I guess live to fight another day. Very interesting occurrence it was, but Belair is a very much a fighting champion. Never going to back down from a challenge, including the one in the form of Doudrop tonight. As Belair assaults her right as she gets back inside the ring, clotheslines her into the turnbuckle now, and continuing with repeated stomps to the corner. It's Belair looking very good now. Going to try to go for the first cover of the contest. And she gets one, gets two, but Doudrop powers out. Throws Belair into the air there. A statement kick out by the challenger tonight. And gets met, though, with a nice bulldog. Belair now gets taken off her feet. Been very back and forth contest, as there's a big clothesline that time. Knocks Doudrop off her feet and then connects with a nice standing moonsault, showing the athleticism. And gets a one count by the former Tennessee Volunteer. But now it's time for Belair to try to get her pace that she would like. It's been back and forth, but I'd say Belair has been on the back foot for most of this match. It's been a lot of Doudrop here in the early going. But if Belair is able to weather this storm early, she could walk away the victor, as there's a nice side headlock takedown. And now looking to target the knees of the much larger competitor. It's Bianca Belair. It's what's gotten her to victory so many times. Former Raw Women's Champion, former SmackDown Women's Champion as well. I mean, it's been very few and far between the amount of people who own a win over the EST. Who's been very happy with her work right now. Doudrop rolls to the outside, but Belair will follow. And there's a nice shot to the face. Backs her up from behind and plants her into the floor. Not a lot of give underneath that padding, but Doudrop quickly back to her feet, connects with a headbutt of her own. Very good resiliency on display here. As ref up to a count of three, Doudrop's just going to make her way back inside the ring, and Belair will follow. As Doudrop looking for a little bit of a breather here, just egging on the Raw Women's Champion to continue to bring it. That's a very bold strategy. We'll see if it pays off, and it's going to pay off here with another Snake Eyes into the corner. Been very impressive by Doudrop here. Now pulls her out of the corner, thinking for the seated senton. It connects across the chest of the champ. That could drive the win right out of you. Dewdrop, though, not going to go for a cover just yet. Going to try to continue to inflict more punishment, as Belair has taken a lot of it here in this contest. As Belair just going to try to create some separation. Throws her against the ropes. There's a nice takedown. Knocks Dewdrop off her feet. Now Bianca into the cover. He only gets one. Another forceful kick out by Dewdrop. There's a standing shooting star press. That'll help. Going to try to go for a cover now. Again, gets one, gets two. This time able to get a 2 count. So Belair definitely getting closer and closer. Starting to wear her down. She's weathered that early storm, and now she continues to take it. She's thinking pump handle into the gut buster. Beautiful power on display there. That's why she's the strongest, and now she's going to be the quickest. Up to the top rope she goes. 450 splash down on Dewdrop into the cover. Gets one, gets two, and that'll be all she wrote. The 450 splash by Bianca Belair nets her the victory in a very physical contest. Dewdrop definitely brought her best tonight, but it was not enough to knock off the EST. Big win here tonight. Continues to knock off everybody stepped in front of her. Just the question is, who is next for Bianca Belair? Who will step up and challenge the Raw Women's Champion in our next PLE? But we don't know yet, but Belair gets to celebrate her win tonight. Wait a second, from behind, that's Lacey Evans. She has a hold of the champion as she connects with the women's right. Lacey Evans clearly not done with the Raw Women's Champion. She walked out at Clash of the Castle, but she's going to walk out tonight laying out the champ. Well, it's been a very action-packed episode of Raw here tonight, but it's time for our main event. We will see the WWE Champion Edge in action, a rare occurrence here on Monday Night Raw. So we're in for a treat as he battles his old rival in The Miz. He's, of course, going to be accompanied to the ring by his wife, Maurice. The Miz, once again, weaseling himself into a successful scenario for him as he has a chance to face the champ tonight in a non-title contest. The Miz has had a pretty decent year. He's had a couple of chances at the WWE Championship. He's failed at Hell in a Cell to take the title off of Bobby Lashley, but he has a chance tonight. If he knocks off Edge, Miz would definitely be towards the front of the line for the WWE Championship. But Miz has some other people that also want to take it to the A-lister. I mean, it's very easy for the Miz nowadays to make enemies, and he's done just that, but we'll touch more on that in just a minute, because here he comes. Once again, the new WWE Champion. Edge gets ready to make his way to the ring. He beat 3 of the very best Raw had to offer at Clash at the Castle: Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, and Sheamus. And it was Edge with 2 spears to AJ Styles, who was able to walk away with the gold tonight for the first time since 2009. 13 years ago, Edge is your WWE Champion. It's been a long road, over 2 years since his return to the WWE, but Edge was able to accomplish his goal in Cardiff. Now you've made it to the top of the mountain. It's a whole different story to stay there. And we've talked a lot about The Miz weaseling his way into opportunities, but he's definitely not somebody you can take lightly. As the crowd here in St. Louis, Missouri, firmly behind the Rated R Superstars. This time for our main event, The Miz versus Edge, 1-on-1. Let's get this one going. As both superstars lock up in the center of the ring, as The Miz goes for the early advantage, but Edge able to counter with a kick to the midsection, and he's going to land the first punch that hits the A-lister. Well, Edge mentioned it in his promo earlier. Yes, he was able to win the WWE Championship, but he did not pin the former champion Bobby Lashley, and the Almighty One has been probably the most impressive superstar on the Raw roster. He had a very good reign as WWE Champion, but he did not get pinned to lose that title. So Edge, he's still offering the match against Bobby Lashley, and our next PLE is Extreme Rules. So you have to think that those two would be on a collision course for a WWE Championship match at that event. But The Miz, though, with the cover here, if he wins this match, he'd have a different say in things. But Lashley did lose on that night, but the big story coming out of that match was the return of Braun Strowman. After the Fatal 4-Way matches, Edge was celebrating his WWE Championship win. It was Braun Strowman who emerged from the crowd and attacked both Bobby Lashley and Sheamus. We haven't seen the monster of all monsters in over 2 years, and we still don't know why he attacked both Lashley and Sheamus. Why he's back here in the WWE. He's been all quiet. But if I'm Edge, I don't know if I'm next. So Strowman, you got to have your eyes in the back of your head in terms of the monster of all monsters. So you know Lashley would want another take his revenge against Strowman, but nonetheless, go back to the action here. Edge currently has Miz tied up in the Tree of Woe as there's a boot underneath the jaw. And it's been the WWE Champion who's been able to take the advantage, soaking in the love from St. Louis, Missouri faithful. How could you not cheer for Edge? It's been quite a ride back to this point. He's had to overcome injury. He had to overcome setbacks. He had to overcome his own creation in the Judgment Day. But Edge able to get back to the top of the mountain. Now he's just got to stay there. Everybody says you can win the championship, but it's a whole different ball game to remain the champion. And he's figuring that out just here tonight in the form of The Miz as he sends him all the way over the top rope, crashing down to the floor. As we've had quite a season premiere here of Monday Night Raw. I hope you've enjoyed episode number 1. We've had a lot of occurrences between backstage, in the ring, post-match. As you can see, who is really starting to set their sights on championships, what rivalries are going to be continuing forward. As after this, we will see NXT, followed by Friday Night SmackDown as we continue to build to our first PLE here in the series. We got 5 weeks till Extreme Rules, as now The Miz gets covered, kicks out at 1. As it has been firmly in control as Edge in this contest. As Miz is going to roll to the outside, but Edge one step ahead of him. Miz is not going to get any chance to breathe as the Rated R Superstar puts him spine first on the apron. A wise strategy here by Edge. You have to say, even after this comeback, still in probably the best shape of his career. Edge looks phenomenal here tonight. But Miz looking to counter back on the outside. He's going to get the champ back in the ring and look to follow suit and get back into this contest. But Edge again there to cut him off. That's the cardio on display of the champ. As there's a nice neckbreaker though by The Miz, who takes down Edge. Quickly back to his feet, not giving The Miz a chance to capitalize as he sends him into the corner. And there's a nice spinning heel kick. Nice move there by the ultimate opportunist, who continues to maintain control. He's cut off The Miz at every single occurrence as he gets a 1 count here. But The Miz continues to power out at a count of 1, showing his resiliency in this contest. You can say what you want about the A-lister. You can say what you want about his personality, the size of his testicles. But he is a former 2-time WWE Champion, a former main eventer, and retains at WrestleMania. So you can't take The Miz lightly, and Edge knows that. These two did battle earlier this year at the Day 1 pay-per-view, where Edge was victorious on that night. So these two are not any strangers to each other. As Edge looks very good here. We saw The Miz's rival Braun Breaker pick up a win in the first match of the night. He knocked off Madcap Moss. As The Miz, that's another superstar that's not taken very kindly to the A-lister in recent times. There's a nice DDT. That's textbook Miz here. Braun Breaker made his Raw debut at Money in the Bank. Miz thought that opportunity should have gone to him. And The Miz has told Braun that. And now Braun Breaker wants to basically cut The Miz in half with a spear. Just kind of like how Edge wants to do here tonight. But The Miz now taking it to the WWE Champion. And as he slings down Edge in the center of the ring. And now the Awesome One looking to get back in this contest, hammering away on the skull of Edge, who did just go through that Fatal 4 match just 5 nights ago. As Miz now gets a 2, and Edge is able to kick out. It was a grueling 20-minute Fatal 4-way, while The Miz, on the other hand, was not on the Clash of the Castle show. So The Miz is definitely much more of the one who's prepared. And excuse me, I said 5 nights. I actually meant 2. So Edge hasn't had a lot of time to rest since that encounter, as there's a nice knee to the skull. And I'll look to get him back in this contest. And now from behind, a waistlock applied, and he connects with a spear. Edge with a spear out of nowhere on The Miz. Didn't get a lot of force behind it. Miz is able to kick out. Edge hit the spear out of nowhere on The Miz. Miz able to kick out, but Edge going to continue to apply the pressure. Here's that modified deathlock on The Miz. Textbook Edge offense, and will The Miz submit? He is close to the ropes. Can he reach out and grab it? You can see the pressure apply, the agony on The Miz's face as Maurice looks on. But no, he doesn't submit. He is able to get out of the hold. Has the damage been done to the lower body of The Miz? He took the spear. He just took that submission maneuver and now just got hit with another neck breaker. And Edge now in the corner. He's thinking a second one. The more traditional style. Miz turns around and there's another spear to the heart, to the midsection of the A-lister. And he gets two, and Edge picks up the victory off of the second spear. And the WWE Champion continues to roll on. Well, The Miz gave it a heck of a fight, but in the end, it could not survive the two spears of Edge, who gets to celebrate here tonight. But wait a second. Oh no, this is not what you want to see. It is the monster of all monsters. Braun Strowman is here. Edge is in the ring, and Strowman seems to have his sights set now on the WWE Champion. Edge, you got to get out of there. But wait a second, from behind, here's Sheamus. Sheamus, who was a recipient of that assault at Clash of the Castle. He's looking to attack Strowman from behind. Why has Strowman targeted these superstars? As now he's turned his attention to the Sheamus on the ramp. And these two hosses continue to throw punches. Sheamus now whips Strowman across and connects with a leg drop on the stage. And as Edge continues to celebrate in the ring, just watching on. As here, these two just continue to trade blows. And if anybody is not going to take the sneak attack lightly, it is Sheamus. He's going to attack you head on. And he's doing just that with the monster of all monsters as these two continue to brawl. They continue to brawl towards the back. And Edge, well, he's just going to celebrate his victory. What a win here for Edge. What a nice 3 days has been. Thank you guys all for the very first episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed.